Well guys, welcome back to Amberg Acres. I decided it was such a beautiful day here at the end of February that I would take a little walk on my skis and to see what's going on out here in the woods. So the one thing I've noticed this year compared to last year and the year before is that I have a lot more tracks in the snow than I have before. The last 2 years there's been hardly nothing over here. Once it got cold and the snow came and there was no food in the field, there weren't any tracks back here at all. And now this year I got tracks everywhere going through, passing through. So that's a good sign that some of my improvements may be working. What's good to see is that the heaviest tracks are on the trails that I cut. Where I cut trails in what I call corridors through the woods that I only touch, once a year. I come through with the mower and mow them. That seems to be what they're following. They're following those trails. A main walkway there where they've been, because we just had snow a day or two ago, so that's all relatively fresh tracks. I haven't found any sheds yet this year. This is right around the area where we found that 10-pointer a few years ago. I've been watching as I drive by on the tractor, looking down all the trails, to see if you can see something sticking up out of the snow. But I haven't found anything yet. So I got a couple piles of the old farmhouse here yet to burn. I burned, what did I burn? 1, 2, 3, 3 of them already. Maybe 4. I think there were 4 of them there that I burned. So I gotta get them done yet before the snow disappears. So I don't know how well this shows up on the camera, but there's all kinds of tracks running through the field here, which I believe I showed you last year when it got cold. There weren't no tracks out here in the snow. And so they're sticking around this year for some reason, and they're passing through the property all winter long here. So we've got a good, probably a good 10 inches of snow on the ground here in Wisconsin now. It all came within the last 2 weeks. We had like a 3 and then another 3 the next day. And then we had like about a 4 and then another 2 the next day. So that totals about 12, but it's really only, if you measure it, it's only around 10 inches on the ground. So I have not found a shed on this property since 2022. We found a nice 10-pointer out here, and I have not found a shed. Even the smaller ones I haven't found. Even though there seems to be activity, I have not found a shed.
Damn it.
Well, I should know better than when it gets greasy like this. Man, you get on one of these downhills, there's no slowing you down. So I originally had cut this trail through here so that I could just ski right through. But I cut a tree down there the other day, so it's all full of branches over there. So I was gonna go down this hill here, but that was a mistake. So we'll just walk down here where it's flat. So you can see all the tracks here now coming up out of the swamp. I finally got my my little birdie friend to eat out of my hand. He comes out by the tree stand over there, and he finally ate out of my hand the other day. So there's some hope for him yet. Here, buddy. Yeah, look. Pretty bird. Yeah, oh yeah. Good bird. Come on. Come on. Come on, buddy. Oh, come on, buddy. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He hasn't flown into my tree stand or nothing like Leonard used to do. but he may. Just got to give him time. So I don't know if they're coming down here just to get water, because the creek is right over there, about where you see that private property sign. And none of that is our land, so I don't go back in there at all, so I don't know what's really over there. I know there's a field over there a little bit, but it seems like this is pretty heavily traveled through here. I don't know if they're just going for water or if they're actually going back there to do something. All right, let's get these skis back on here. When the weather warms up, it gets really greasy. I was out here with the tractor this morning, and I really struggled to go anywhere with the tractor. The front tires just slide because it gets so greasy, and then you have no grip to turn or anything, and you're just kind of sliding all over the place. So I gave up. That's why I'm out here for a walk. But yeah, all these tracks you're seeing, I didn't have any of that last year. There was nothing back here. So what I'm doing, I probably mentioned this a couple years back, that I was planning on making a roller for flattening out these trails a little bit. And I have it started in the garage. I poured the first layer of concrete in there, and it got too late into the winter, and things froze up, and I never got the sand I needed, you know. So I'm filling it with sand, the tube that I'm going to use, and I never got the sand I needed. So needless to say, I never got the roller made. So hopefully in spring I can finish that up quick. I have the bearings, I have pretty much everything. Might need a couple pieces of channel or angle iron, but for the most part I have everything I need to finish it up. There's another main runway they use, and that connects right to my trail here that I made. It goes up to the other little food plot. So yeah, they pretty much stick to the trails. If you put in trails, they pretty much stick to your trails. You know, there aren't a lot of tracks. There are some, but not a lot of them going off the trails, you know. There's another one right here, heavily traveled trail that goes up through. Kind of goes up to the log yard there. That going that way. But like I say, last year these trails were not here. So that's a good sign. I like that. So here's something to show you. So I tie these branches down to pull them down to the height of the deer. And you can see here how these are all bitten off. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. They're all bitten off on the ends. So I do that. There's one over there with a string on it. I do that, and that gives them more branches to nibble on and do their scrapes or whatever. Hopefully next year there's a nice scrape here under this one. You never know. So you can see them coming in here. They're nibbling on all these little shoots coming up. So another thing I like to do when I'm out here is I carry this ribbon in my pocket, and then when I see these little tiny 1-year-old spruce trees, I mark them. And there's one right there too. And I mark them, and then in spring I can come and dig these up and move them somewhere where they're gonna grow better, out towards the field, for borders and making a fence line and stuff. Here's another corridor I cut, and they're using it pretty much. And it coincided with the one coming out of the neighboring property over here. And then I made this one. This one just goes up right by where I got the wood stacked up, the logs stacked up over there. So one of the things I want to do this spring, and I know I mentioned this in another video, but I was on the other end of the property when I mentioned it, is make some corridors going east and west through here. I don't have really any going through here east and west. They're all north and south. So this looks like a good area to put one, right? Start right here and go that direction. And make it, cross over all the other ones that are in there. They like to walk. They take the easiest path, just like you would if you were walking out in the woods. They take the easiest path. So yesterday I came out here, I was out here with the tractor, And these tracks here, right here in my tracks, came last night probably. And they're all over the property. They walked right in my tractor tire tracks because it's easier walking than walking in the deep snow. It's kind of funny. That almost looks like one was bedded right there. It's kind of an odd spot to bed, but that's what it looks like. Yeah, the animals do weird things, you know. I know we're considered an animal, but I don't know. They do some strange things that are contrary to what people tell you. Here's another corridor I cut right through here. I gotta clean that one up. That one I haven't cleaned up for a year or two. This stuff grows pretty quick if you don't keep cutting it. But yeah, that's how they're using it. And the reason I put one right there is because they seem to like to cross the road right here by this hill. Here's another spot where there's kind of a main trail through here that would be a good place for another corridor going east and west, because I'm almost up to my other trail there. So if I put this one in parallel to that one, I think that would be a good spot for one, and then one down on the other end where we were just at. So I don't typically, these smaller ones that I don't typically walk on them. I'd once a year, like in end of July, mid-July, once the grass is kind of at full height and not growing anymore, I'll run through with a mower and clip them down just so that the little trees don't grow up where I want the trail to be. And other than that, I do not walk through this section here at all, or that other section down below. I do not walk through there. I leave that just the way it is. So I'm not really disturbing. If there are deer bedding in there or whatever, I try not to disturb it, you know, as little as possible. I stick to my trail that goes around the outside. That's where I do most of my, if I'm driving a tractor or the four-wheeler, I stay on that trail. And even if we go for a walk, we stay on the main trail, and we do not go into the woods that much at all. Oh, here comes the little birthday boy. Yeah, you are. So don't swear. How you doing there, little buddy? Is your birthday today, I hear, huh? I'm not a very good skier. How you doing? 3 years old, huh?
He wants to go up.
Okay, you can take him up there.